So let's do a quick overview of the calendar and scheduling system and the benefits that it has from a manager perspective as well as an employee perspective. From an employee perspective, the great thing about the Shift system is that it's going to put it onto my personal calendar when I'm connected to Google. It's going to tell me where I need to be, when I need to be there, and it's going to include the details about my shift. So for example, after I clock in over here, and I click to change and go over to my scheduled items, I can see that I have a task here of sending a thank you card. I can go ahead and click to say, all right, let me go ahead and start working on that. Click on the shift here to pull open its details. I can see that it's for Stacy Martin and that I need to send a thank you card to her for her sponsorship at our event, and I need to note that the Millers were a part of it. Now, I've already completed this task earlier today, so when I did that, it went ahead and put in a touch for me. So I can click on Stacy's name here, open up her information, jump over to touches, and I can see that it was completed today and that it was a follow-up to send the thank you, and it was sent via USPS. Very handy. Likewise, I can go ahead and change over to a shift that I need to go to. Let's say it's Drew's move to AL, and say I'm ready to travel there. And because this was all filled out through the system, the address is right here for me to get directions to it. I can switch over to my admin, break, or work aspects of what I'm doing on that shift once I get to the location, because now it's recorded my start and stop for my travel time. I'm working, and now I can also click on my shift here and pull up the information that I need in order to complete this shift. Once my details are open, I can see the date and time, which bucket or service it's tied to, the address I need to go to, who is on it, and all the notes about what I need to do. This is really helpful to me as a staff member. It's helpful to me as a manager, as this is an easy way to communicate all of these details as opposed to having to send them over a text, etc. Now, from a manager's perspective, to make all this possible for my staff, I can use the tools that are built in on the team calendar as well as the project scheduler. On the team calendar, I can see what's going on at a monthly view, at a weekly level where I can see my all-day events versus things that are overlapping with each other. I can see who's been invited and their status on whether or not they've accepted, where green is yes, yellow is pending, and red is no. I can see the items that are tasks versus shifts. And if I need to see even more detail, I can switch to my daily view. On the daily view, I have the full width of my screen to be able to see the full description that is a part of this view. And if I need even more detail, I can click on the event itself and it'll open up the details where I can see the description, who's invited, and so on. And if I ever need to make an adjustment to it, I can go ahead and click to edit this, where I can see the type, which budget or estimate service it's tied to, how it's comparing with my overall budget for my project, and how it's comparing for the budget for this particular service. Down here, I can see everyone's availability. If I needed to add additional people, I can limit this down just to the person I've invited. I can increase the number of people I need on the shift to say that I need a total of 3 people. I don't have to assign these people right away. I could leave it a completely open shift. And once I'm ready to assign people, I can either add them down here or I could select them from the list here. And I'll put them on up at the top here. When I click on Show Invited Only, I can see that Testing Coupon does not have any availability, the green shaded area, during this time. So I can go ahead and remove them from that shift. Go ahead and remove these open slots and we'll leave it alone. The addresses are automatically pulled in from the project. And then the description here is filled in by default with these questions for us. and we can answer them to provide details to our staff. I can also put in bulleted lists of things that I need to make sure that people do while they're on site. I can put in steps that they need to follow. All of it can be prescribed based on the shift type that I select here. I can upload documents if I need to as well. Now, if I'm doing scheduling and I'm not sure if people are going to be available, I have schedule views. So I can go to my weekly schedule view where I can see all my projects on the calendar and all of my people down here on the left. This way I can see who's available in the green spots, who's not available with anything that's in the red, and then what is currently on their calendar. If I want to add something on to somebody from the team calendar view, just use the plus and add it here. Or I can go into the project, go to its schedule, go to its daily schedule view. It's my favorite place because it covers all the details that can be done from the calendar view. Pick the day, let's say the 7th. And from here, I can see that people have other projects and items scheduled here. I can hide those and just see the ones that are for this project, or I can show them here. And then whatever I want to schedule, I can click across for the time slot that I want. And it knows what project, date, and time that I want for it. And I can select the shift type and then the service that I want it tied to, and it starts filling out all the details for me. And as I add people on, it will let me know how many hours this shift is going to be taking up of my budget and how much of my budget is remaining if I add this shift on. Down here, I can see everyone's availability. So I could say this person is available and this person is available. And now I have the two people I wanted on there. I can also remove people from here and leave it open, and I can remove the slots just like that. This makes scheduling super easy and fully informed in terms of who's available to work and how is it affecting my budget, and gives me the information from the project to fill in here, as well as any pre-filled descriptions that I want attached to the shift type. And there you go. That's the quick overview. Now let's go ahead and jump into each part of this in detail so that you can start scheduling like a pro.